Democracy is commonly defined as a government based on the consent of the people, for the people, and by the people. However, Nigeria's political landscape has brought up the question of which people are being represented. Whose interests are at stake here? If the people refers only to a select group of ultra-wealthy elderly elites, then the average Nigerian shouldn't be bothered by the lack of representation. But, if the people is supposed to include all citizens in the country, then it's a cause for concern that the majority of the population is being excluded. This exclusion raises questions about the future of Nigeria's democracy, and citizens should be worried about it. Hello and welcome to Enimaar TV, your trusted source for unbiased analysis of Nigerian political events. In this video we will take a look at non-representative politics in Nigeria, challenges and the path to inclusive democracy. Nigeria, the largest democracy in Africa, has made significant strides since gaining independence in 1960. However, one pressing issue that continues to hinder the country's democratic progress is the problem of non-representative politics. While Nigeria has a multi-party system and periodic elections, there are still major challenges in ensuring that political representation reflects the diverse needs and aspirations of the Nigerian population. We are here to explore the root causes of non-representative politics in Nigeria and suggests possible solutions to foster a more inclusive and participatory democracy. One of the primary factors contributing to non-representative politics in Nigeria is the lack of inclusive political parties. Many parties are dominated by a few powerful individuals or ethno-religious groups, which leads to a concentration of power and limits the participation of diverse voices. As a result, political candidates often prioritize the interests of their affiliated elites rather than the broader populace. This exclusionary nature of political parties undermines the principle of representation and perpetuates a cycle of non-representative governance. During elections in Nigeria, the dominance of political parties takes center stage. Instead of the names or pictures of individual candidates, voters are presented with party names and logos. This practice conceals the identity of a voter's preferred candidate behind a logo and an acronym on the ballot paper. It is unfortunate that some candidates only prioritize visits to rural areas during their campaign, but once elected into office, they tend to forget about the needs of the electorate. While voter education initiatives may enhance awareness about the individuals associated with each party, the sheer number of parties and positions makes it nearly impossible for any voter to be acquainted with all of them. Consequently, a candidate's success relies more on the visibility and recognition of their party, as well as their ability to influence the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. This places greater importance on party affiliation and political connections rather than personal qualities or accomplishments. In the absence of a nationally respected party platform, a candidate's chances of winning an election are effectively diminished. Another factor that contribute to non-representative politics in Nigeria is ethnic and religious divisions. Nigeria's diverse population, comprising over 250 ethnic groups and a range of religious affiliations, poses a unique challenge to achieving representative politics. Ethnic and religious divisions often influence political alignments and voting patterns, with politicians exploiting these fault lines for their own gain.
This is a message to my northern Christian brothers and sisters, specifically for you. Why? Because if you go to the south-south, to the southeast, to the southwest, a Christian from northern part of Nigeria is a northerner. Simple. If there are breakdown of blood orders in Enugu, they kill everybody, whether a Muslim or Christian coming from the north. This is the record that is on ground. Nobody can deny this. Christians of northern extraction, think wisely, act wisely, behave wisely. You have no business voting a southern candidate based on Christianity. At the end of the day, his agenda is not you. His agenda is his own tribe. If you pick Obi, His agenda is not Christianity. He could be a fantastic Catholic. But below the Catholicism, he is a die-hard Biafran. If you vote Obi, you are voting for Biafra. No mention of the words. If you vote for Biafra, you are voting for the destruction of the North. Tell me, a Christian from Taraba, Nasarawa, Kogi, Kwara, Kaduna, Kebbi, Sokoto, Bauchi, Gombe. Tell me what you drive, the benefit you will drive by voting Obi. Just tell me one single benefit. And the answer is there is none. If you want to know the answer is true, go to Enugu, go to Aba, go to Inewi, go to Akwa Ibom, go to every part of the South.
Consequently, political representation becomes skewed, as candidates primarily focus on serving the interests of their ethnic or religious base, neglecting the broader welfare of the nation. Overcoming these divisions and fostering a sense of national unity is crucial to ensuring more inclusive representation. Another dimension of non-representative politics in Nigeria is the significant gender disparity in political leadership. Despite women constituting roughly half of the population, their representation in elected offices remains abysmally low. Cultural and societal biases, lack of access to resources and education, and discriminatory practices hinder women's political participation. Addressing gender inequality in politics requires targeted efforts such as affirmative action, sensitization campaigns, and capacity-building programs to encourage women's active involvement and ensure their voices are heard. Despite having one of the largest youth populations globally, Nigeria often marginalizes its young people, leaving them excluded from significant political participation. Unfortunately, Nigerian politicians tend to view youth primarily as potential voters to be intimidated or as political thugs during elections. The lack of opportunities for youth engagement, coupled with high levels of unemployment and a dearth of platforms to voice their concerns, further contributes to their alienation from the political process. It is crucial to empower the youth by providing them with increased representation, implementing youth-friendly policies, and fostering inclusive decision-making mechanisms. This approach is essential for constructing a more representative democracy and harnessing the immense potential that lies within this demographic dividend. By actively involving the youth in political affairs, Nigeria can tap into their creativity, energy, and fresh perspectives, paving the way for a more inclusive and prosperous future. In Nigeria, an estimated 12% of the population is living with a disability. Despite this significant portion of the population, persons with disabilities remain largely invisible in the corridors of power. This lack of representation and inclusion is a concerning issue that needs urgent attention. The absence of persons with disabilities in positions of power and decision-making perpetuates their marginalization and reinforces societal stereotypes and biases. It hampers their ability to actively participate in shaping policies and laws that directly affect their lives. As a result, their unique needs and perspectives are often overlooked, leading to a continuation of systemic barriers and discrimination. To overcome the challenges of non-representative politics, Nigeria must prioritize several key reforms. First, political parties need to adopt internal democracy by promoting inclusivity and providing a level playing field for aspiring candidates. Open primaries, transparent candidate selection processes, and intra-party democracy are crucial to fostering a more representative political culture. Second, Nigeria should explore constitutional and legal reforms to address the imbalance in representation. This could involve adopting measures such as proportional representation, which ensures that political parties are represented in proportion to their share of the national vote, thus providing a fairer representation of diverse interests. Furthermore, enhancing civic education and promoting a culture of political awareness and active citizenship is vital. This includes educating citizens about their rights, encouraging voter registration, and fostering an understanding of the importance of diverse representation. By empowering citizens to engage in the political process, Nigeria can build a more participatory and representative democracy. Non-representative politics in Nigeria poses a significant challenge to the country's democratic growth and social cohesion. Addressing this issue requires a comprehensive approach that encompasses electoral reforms, inclusive participation, strong political parties, and vigilant civil society engagement. By striving towards a more representative and inclusive democracy, Nigeria can foster social cohesion, ensure equal opportunities for all citizens, and build a prosperous future for the nation. Thank you for watching. We believe that by understanding and addressing the challenges of non-representative politics, we can contribute to the transformation of Nigeria's democracy into a more inclusive and representative system. Your active participation, whether through watching our videos, sharing them on social media, or engaging in discussions, plays a crucial role in amplifying these messages and driving positive change. I encourage you to continue supporting Enimaar TV not only on YouTube but also on our social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. By following us across these channels, you can stay updated on our latest content, engage with fellow viewers, and join the conversation surrounding important topics that affect Nigeria. Together, we can create a more inclusive political landscape where the diverse voices of Nigerians are represented and where democracy thrives. Let us continue to advocate for positive change, challenge non-representative practices, and strive for a society that truly embraces inclusivity and equality. Thank you once again for being a part of Enimaar TV. We look forward to embarking on future journeys together, as we explore more pressing issues and work towards a better Nigeria. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and let's make a difference.